Hi. So, I am doing a video today, freestyle, because I have had a lot on my mind. I am a Pisces, and as a Pisces, I'm very spiritual, very emotional person, but that's besides the point. That's just probably why I've been thinking so much about what's going on in the universe, specifically for Pisces. Now, I'm recording this video today. I have no idea when I'll be able to upload it. I don't have any Wi-Fi right now, but I can record still. And, lately I haven't been diving into my creative work as much as Pisces should. Because if it's not writing or singing or music, poems, stories, art, painting, drawing, something like that, us Pisces, we can get very spiritually constipated, I like to call it. Whereas all of our spiritual ideas and thoughts that we have on a daily basis kind of just get blogged up and stuck in us when every single Pisces has a certain kind of message for the world and something that we can bring. That is what our purpose is. So yeah, as a Pisces, I do a lot of thinking, discovering, research type of stuff to try to understand. Even as a little small child, when I learned about being a Pisces, it just felt important to me, and I've learned so much. But I guess we can save all that for a different video. Excuse me. The video today is a message for all the Pisces out there. Um, okay, I watch these tarot videos, right? Like, I always find some way to dive into my spiritual work. If it's not my own, then I dive into other people's. So I like to watch videos, I'll just type in random stuff like Pisces and, stuff like that. Well, for the last 4 or 5 months or so, I've been watching these certain astrologers, like on my YouTube channel. I have like at least 6 different people that I watch. They read tarot every month. I've actually started doing that myself recently. And okay, my point of saying this is that Pisces, we have not been doing very well. And this video isn't only for Pisces. I'm not sure who will be drawn to watch this video, but I do feel very compelled to somehow try to get these thoughts that I've been having out there. And I'm going to do my best. Just freestyling here. I tried to write some notes before this video, and it just was pointless. Like, I couldn't write any notes. So that just showed me that this is supposed to be right off of the dome. Like, I have the message inside me. So like I was saying, Pisces, Pisces have not been doing very well. And this is not something that Pisces are used to, because we're always okay, somehow. But we have a lot of feelings. People aren't the kindest to us. We're the last zodiac sign, okay? So there's just something about being last. It takes a special person, like the last person that's picked on the softball team, and the last person, last is just, like, I think Pisces are the most humble souls, which is why the universe chose us to be last, because we would understand, right? Like, everyone always says last but not least. But with that being said, Pisces are treated last a lot. And we actually get used to that, because we knew from the universe spiritually that we would be the last zodiac sign. And we hold a very, very, very important role to the universe for being last. We also rule the feet, which I was reading last night. The feet on the human body, how often do you think about your feet? Like, as a Pisces, you might, because we rule the feet. But like, if you just think about it on a normal basis, like, the feet are the most, like, they're very important. Like, we need them to walk, and we need them to have grounding, and we need them to get to where we're going. And I'm relating this to Pisces. That's kind of how Pisces is in life. Like, we can be that stability in how you get to places, but we don't often get recognition for it, which is fine. But I say all this because it has a lot to do with why Pisces have not been doing well in the year 2017. Now, I did discover last year, so between 2016 and 17, Pisces were the south node. Okay, the moon has two different nodes and they go counterclockwise between the zodiac, and they're always between opposites. So Virgo was the north node and Pisces was the south node because Virgo is our opposite sign. Now the nodes have shifted. Back in May, I believe, they switched to Aquarius being the south node, which is the sign before us, and then Leo being the north node, which is the sign before Virgo. So I thought everything would be so great and beautiful after we got out of the south node, because when you're in the south node or the north node of the universe, your life is bound to be a representation of everybody's karma everywhere, no matter what sign you are. So Leos and Aquarius are in that now, but they're fixed signs and they seem to be handling it a little bit differently than the mutable Virgo and Pisces did. But I have to admit that the south node changing almost seems like things have got even heavier or harder, and I thought that would be all over. I thought it was all because of the south node. So this is what I'm gonna say. Like, I'm not sure if I know the majority of Pisces feel this way right now. We feel lost, we feel misunderstood, we feel unappreciated and left out in the cold. Now, if you're a part of the small percentage of Pisces that are doing well right now, because we do have moon signs and rising signs and astrology charts that all bring different energy. But if you're a sun sign Pisces and you've been doing well and this doesn't really apply to you, then stay strong, because all the other Pisces out here need you. But if you're a part of that group like me, who hasn't been doing very well, feels very misunderstood, like nothing I do matter, like nothing I do, not that it doesn't matter, but it just doesn't work out. I feel very, very heavy. I feel very, very dark. A lot of dark energy has been after Pisces for, well, on and off periodically for the last 4 or 5 months since Pisces season, and Aries season and all that. But recently, in the month of June, July, maybe even a little bit before June, like May, the darkness has gotten much, much stronger and much, much closer to Pisces, much more testing and trying. Now, Pisces are very spiritual, like I mentioned before. So for me, I'm a Pisces that enlightens my spirituality. Every day I do things of light. I do spiritual stuff. I have tarot cards. I'm into incense. I do rituals and ceremonies. I believe strongly in the universe, and that's a very Pisces trait. So with that being said, it's very easy for us to feel the harshness and imbalances of the universe. Pisces are, there's some debate about this, but in my research and in my beliefs, I believe Pisces are the most like the universe and like our creator. We're not God, and I always be careful when I say that, but I read something and I've done research and I get a lot of my own thoughts from the universe. I get random messages from spirit. I can channel things. And it's just in my heart, I know that Pisces is very similar to the universe, with us being the 12th sign and symbolizing all zodiac. We have all traits, so, our chances of being understood are already slim by being a Pisces, and usually we're okay with that, right? Usually we're okay with sensing all this energy and sensing everybody's emotions and even absorbing people's emotions. Like, we just heal. And I don't want this video to be more about the purpose of Pisces, but I did want to touch on that in the beginning. And I know lots about being a Pisces. We're very, very sensitive, very spiritual people, and we are most like the universe. So, what does the universe do? It gives you free will to love it. It gives you, it knows so much. It's so infinite. Pisces are so infinite, just like the universe. And we don't try to make people feel things. Like, we have to feel a lot like God did when he gave people the choice to love and, follow his path. So that's kind of a relationship there that Pisces share with like God and the universe, because we're very similar. You know, we know things and people don't listen to us. We help and don't get any thank yous. So I read a quote one time that I'm not going to try to requote right now, but you just have to look up Pisces or God's advice to each zodiac sign. And I've never seen any other ones, but I did see the one for Pisces. And after reading that, I read it for the first time like 3 years ago. And I still to this day, as soon as I get a printer, I want to print that out and frame it and put it somewhere where I see it every day, because the advice, the words in that quote, God's advice to Pisces, it's just so beautiful. It basically explains how God knows that Pisces is the only one that'll feel his pain. And every zodiac has a certain purpose, you know. But yeah. Basically, in a nutshell, Pisces are sensitive, spiritual. We're going through a lot. So, the pain of Pisces. That's what I did get to write on my piece of paper. And I wanted to... The other day, I was talking to a Virgo, our opposite sign. And for me, when I talk to Virgos, Virgos are the angels of the zodiac. And when I talk to them, I'm able to speak my most profound truths. I'm not sure why that is, but a lot of my truths come out when I talk to this Virgo. And the other day, this is what inspired me to do this video, because I was talking to her, and I've been real sad lately, and my energy's been all over the place, and my dreams have been kind of crazy, like. And what I didn't finish saying earlier about the tarot people that I watch, there is a devil card in the tarot, and it represents codependent relationships, addiction, being stuck in your subconscious. Well, I've been just thinking about all these things, and like the other day, so Pisces have been getting the devil card a lot. I have this app on my phone where it gives you a tarot card every day. It gives you your horoscope. Well, we got the devil card for that last night. And that's when I just realized, okay, it's about time to get this video out there and try to get this message out there. Because I believe I know the main reason why we have been suffering. And this is what I told the Virgo. I was like, you know, because I was real sad, and I came into my little office room. And I'm like, you know, well, see, how can I explain this? It's like when I'm sad, okay, or when I'm feeling heavy or something, I automatically don't feel understood. Like, I feel afraid to talk to people. Like, but when people are sad, they come right to me. And I talk to people on a daily basis about how they're sad and about what, and I could totally put myself in their shoes. I give the best advice. But it's kind of that case of the person that's always there for someone but has no one there for them. Like, that's a typical Pisces life. And we're strong. I don't even feel right saying that without following it up with, oh, but it's okay. Like, I'm fine. There you go. Like, that's how Pisces is. Like, we don't like to bitch or complain about the pain we feel because we know that it's for an important reason. It's something like that. You know, so we have these strong Pisces people with all these emotions and all these feelings and everyone else's emotions, and this such important role to play in the universe. And we hardly ever reach out to anybody but the universe or God or angels or some type of spiritual thing. That's where Pisces goes when we're feeling down. We like to write, we like to create, like I mentioned in the beginning, you know, the creative stuff that we like to do. The reason why we're so creative is because we pour all our emotions into the songs we write, like Rihanna and Justin Bieber and Erykah Badu. Those are all Pisces that pour themselves into work that they do. And that's kind of how it is for us. Like, we need somewhere to escape because we feel so misunderstood. No one could ever understand what we feel, what we pick up on, the vibrations we're aware of, the dreams we have, what we do in our sleep. Like, we are very strange, unique people. And it's very hard to not let being misunderstood harm us. And that brings me to my point. Because what I realized the other day is that something has shifted in us Pisces slowly without our realization. Because if you can think back to 4 years ago, 2 years ago, maybe for some of you even farther before then, but there was a time for us Pisces in the past where things didn't seem this heavy. We've always felt misunderstood. We've always felt uncared about. We've always felt alone. And that was okay, right? we used to handle that better is what I'm trying to say. So something shifted in the universe that made us all of a sudden care a little bit more about people's understanding for us. Maybe it's everything going on in our political system, maybe it's all the shifts going on in the world, whatever it is. Pisces, just consider this, because this is my deal. This is what I feel as a collective consciousness, because I'm able to feel Pisces. Like, I take my zodiac sign very seriously. I'm very proud to be a Pisces, and I love Pisces people. I'm not surrounded by many of them. I actually haven't seen or been around a physical Pisces in probably years, so I try to subconsciously and spiritually stay close to Pisces energy as much as I can. And I follow lots of groups on Facebook where I can, post my thoughts about Pisces, and that makes me feel a lot better. So as a collective, being a Pisces on the zodiac wheel right now, and I am an astrologer, so, for the last 4 or 5 months I've been getting into houses and the zodiac wheel. I had a big zodiac wheel on my wall for a very long time, and it was nice for me to be able to see these things and see the opposites, and the zodiac wheel is a very powerful thing. So just focusing on Pisces right now, and Virgo, okay, because this is Virgo and Pisces. It has a lot to do with our opposite sign, Virgo. Well, there's been a lot of shifts in the universe. The planets are always moving and changing and causing different effects on different people. And I think somewhere along the line, our ability to not care if people understood us got messed up. We care way more today about who understands us than we used to. And I think that's because we feel misunderstood by the universe now. Maybe before we didn't feel misunderstood by the universe. Maybe we felt like, well, A, B, and C might not understand me, but at least the creator and at least the universe understands us. And I'm not saying the universe doesn't understand us, but I am saying that I think there's a lot more going on in the universe, so maybe our connection is farther away. Something has happened, and we definitely have straight up dark forces coming after Pisces. We are the opposite sign of Virgo, which is very important, okay? Virgos are the angels on the zodiac wheel, and we are right across from them. We are Virgo's opposite. So, just to touch on that a little bit, every zodiac has an opposite sign, right? Aries, Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Everyone has an opposite. So what it means to have an opposite is that, everything that Aries is, Libra isn't. Everything Libra is, Aries isn't. And that's because our universe is humble, and it balanced itself out. So when it created Virgo, when it comes to angels, Pisces it's not that we're opposite of angels, because we're angelic too, but we're more on a universal scale. So I've recently discovered I'm an angel of the universe, right? Tons of different angels out there. But, just to keep it right here for now, Virgo's our opposite sign. They're very practical. They're very grounded. They're an earth sign. They're very logical, mental, physical people. Now Pisces is spiritual, emotional, creative. We're not very grounded like that. We're a water sign, so we like to just flow. So, and I've been with a Virgo for a while, and it's been tough being with an opposite sign, but it creates balance. It's not a horrible thing or just all bad. Nothing in the universe is bad or good, or all bad or good, or dark or light. It's just energy. And so going back to what I was talking about, whenever this shift happened, we started to feel less connected and less understood by the universe. So we started to try to compensate. And I don't think we felt when this happened. I'm so spiritual and so psychic and so I feel energy, but I don't know when this happened. I just know that it's a shift in the universe, and the more of us that step up and realize this energy, we will gain our power back. So that's why I'm doing this video, because Pisces, we have to remember how we were when we didn't care if anyone understood us. I know inside we always cared just a little bit, but it's gotten to a soul level now. Like, maybe we wanted people to understand our feelings or our personality before, but we are so lost on a soul level recently, and for a while now. that we are looking for people to understand our souls on the outside world. And I realized all this because me and my partner have been getting in a lot of arguments. It's a very spiritual and emotional, sensitive time in the universe right now. We're in Cancer season still, just for a few more days. So Cancer is a water sign too. But Cancer is a cardinal water sign. So it's more about putting your putting your emotions to action. Pisces just feels. We don't really need to do anything about our emotions. We just need to know that they're validated and that they're cared about by us and other people in the universe. Like, we just get to feeling really alone because we already are so different, right? And we're already so misunderstood. So when we actually physically start feeling that instead of just in our mind and in our emotions, the whole world can come crashing down. And I realized all this when, I don't know, it was like the 80th argument me and my partner got into. Well, instead of, because I would get in these situations where I would just want her to understand, and this is my opposite sign, Virgo, right? So there's all kinds of trouble with that. Like, I might have better luck with a different sign understanding me, but I'm not with a different sign. I'm with a Virgo, and there's always going to be that opposition there. So being with my opposite has really given me this opportunity and ability to see things. I've learned so much behind the scenes by just being with this Virgo because it shows me a lot about the entire world. That's what happens when you get with an opposite sign, like Cancer, Capricorn, any of those opposites, Leo, Aquarius. When you get with your opposite sign, it opens up the universe to have complete balance between you and that person's energy. So what you go through and the arguments you go through, they're not going to be petty like a normal relationship now. When you join your opposite, you join the universe's force. So you're signing up, whether you know it or not, to go through divine growth. It's like problem after problem, but it's a really strong twin flame soulmate kind of relationship. So yeah, we would get into all these. It took a long time, we would get in arguments, but one of the last arguments we had, it wasn't an argument. It was, we would get in these topics about feelings, and Pisces, me. Like, I dive in and I try to explain my emotions, and I get so creative and I paint this emotional picture. And when someone doesn't understand, after I paint this perfect emotional picture for you and I bare my soul to you and you still don't understand me, it gets so frustrating. And anger is an emotion too, you guys. So we've been really susceptible to like anger and insecurities, all these dark emotions, instead of our happy, hopeful, optimistic emotions. It's turned recently to very dark emotions. It's not just us, guys. Like, Pisces are connected to the universe. So whatever's happening in the universe, we subconsciously become. Just like if you could imagine yourself in a room of people screaming and fighting and hitting each other. Even if you were standing still in the middle of that room, you would feel everyone's energy, wouldn't you? I know I would as a Pisces. So what I mean by that is we are our environment. Pisces are very, very, like any water sign is like that, but we're the last water sign. So we signify all of that emotion, everyone's emotions, all of the unified universe together. So the problem with that is when the universe is under turmoil and the people in the world are under turmoil, Pisces are left in a very, very tough situation where we have to feel the grief and strife and horribleness of everybody, everything, everywhere, but still be these people. Like, we're sponges. We're just tangible. Pisces, we're not even real. Like, we're just illusions. And we have these lives. Like, if you're a Pisces and you're on Earth, you reincarnated here just to be a vessel for spirituality. It's, I know other people may have things to learn, and who knows why you specifically reincarnated as a Pisces. But I know the main thing of reincarnating as a Pisces is so that we can help the universe. That's what I've realized about my Pisces journey, is that we have a very, very special bond and purpose with God and the universe. We're here. If every Pisces in the world disappeared, no one would have control over their emotions. We're the 12th house. So no matter what sign you are, when you die, you have to travel through the 12th house, which is the 12th house of karma and spirituality and letting go, things like that. So we're a very important house on the zodiac wheel, and it reflects in our lives. This is why we feel misunderstood, because nobody understands the 12th house. Like, no one understands what happens after you die. We're just there to kind of help you through it. Pisces are helpful people. We make the energy lighter. But the problem with that is that no one's ever going to understand us. Maybe us Pisces can understand each other, and that's why it's very critical for us to stick together and talk to other Pisces as much as we can. But Pisces, we have to, the sooner we realize that we will never be as understood as we understand everyone else, because this is the thing, we have all 12 signs in us. But that does not mean just because other people can find themselves in us, it does not mean that we can find ourselves in others, if that made sense. I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been trying to find me in the people around me, but my situation is really fucked up right now. The people I'm around are really fucked up right now, and there's no harm in that. Like, people are just mad and upset, and I understand these are emotions we all need to feel. But as a Pisces, I feel every vibration of every emotion people feel, even the people across the street, like my neighbors. I know I can feel it. I can feel if there's something wrong. Like, I don't always notice it, but it bothers my energy. So when my energy is interfered, that's basically my first clue to that something outside of me is affecting me. Same old, like that always happens with Pisces. We could be in a great mood, and then someone comes around, says the wrong thing to us. Like, people do that on purpose. They can feel that Pisces are like fluid. So hey, like, if I just dump my anger on this Pisces, they'll absorb it and I'll feel better. How many times has that happened to you guys? We're like energy superheroes, and it's very heavy. But the most important thing, you guys, is for you to figure out what it means for you to be a Pisces and what special superpowers you have. Because if we fall off and if we give up, then the universe is just going to get even heavier around us. It's going to get harder to breathe. It's going to get harder to see. So we have to keep that connection that we know in our heads, guys. In our heads, we know why the trees are green and why the sky is blue and why everything occurs. We know the deeper meaning. And this is where the 12th house comes in. We as Pisces have a very tough life, but with that, we have a divine understanding. I don't think many Pisces are afraid to die or afraid of ghosts or spiritual, right? Because we're just born into that life. Like, we just understand energy. And oftentimes, other people will look to us for guidance to know these things, right? But if we allow the lost people and the people who are angry to get inside our minds, then we will become them. And that is exactly the devil's plan right now. So I guess it's time to mention this. Like, there are very dark forces after Pisces right now. And they're after our power, they're after our knowing, they're after our psychic, they're after our water and our dreams, our subconscious. The devil card has a lot to do with the subconscious. So this is what I'm going to tell you guys. This is the main thing I wanted to, this video is getting long. So I hope what I had to say worked and I got this message out. Hopefully there are Pisces out there after watching this, and Virgos too, that understand a little bit more. So this is what I'm going to say. The devil card, if you look up what the devil card means in tarot, as a tarot reader, I'm not afraid of the devil card. Okay, I have a Capricorn rising. It's the Capricorn card. If you don't want to get too caught up in the devil, right? The devil isn't what we all think it is. It's just energy, right? We needed the devil to balance out our universe because not everything's light. Well, okay, we have the devil card. Pisces have been pulling that card. I've seen at least 4 different tarot readers pull that card for Pisces in the month of July. And it makes sense because that makes me believe that those tarot readers are real, because I have been feeling the devil. I have been feeling dark, and it's not comfortable, but it kind of makes me feel better and worse that other people are picking up on this in the universe too. There's that Pisces thing when other people, because my life is like a dream, it's like an illusion. So when someone in the real world knows that something's real too, it just kind of makes like a weight off my shoulder. Like, I'm like, oh, you felt that too? Pisces are always constantly arguing with themselves about if they're crazy or not. And then we just kind of, we just chill and don't give a fuck. Like, okay, if I'm crazy, I'm crazy. If I'm not, I'm not. And we just kind of make a happy life out of it. No one else could do this. No one else could do this. But we've been getting the devil card. And this is what inspired me to do this video, because I'm like, why is this negative energy around Pisces? What have we done? So it's those thoughts right there that have really brought me to this conclusion, and my nose is itching. So I wanted to know, what's the big deal? I've even called the devil out. Like, I'm spiritual, so when I meditate, I'll call these negative energies out. Like, what are you doing around me? Go find some light, homie. Go get some light. Quit fucking with me. Like, I feel these negative energies of people around me and of things, and I just feel it. And I wrote that in the Pisces group, and like more than 100 people liked it. So I know a lot of Pisces are feeling this negative energy as well, and this is why. This is why the devil card keeps showing up for Pisces. It's because the evil side of this universe, the dark forces, they know what Pisces means. They know that the 12th house is the house of the subconscious. And how does the devil get to us? How does the devil get to every single, and you can read this about the devil tarot card. It's about the subconscious. In that card, it's all black, and there's this devil figure, and he's got these two humans chained up, and there's no way out. So there's no door on the card. So that is a symbol that this place is in a different realm, you know, like a subconscious realm, in a dark subconscious realm. As Pisces, we do suffer from a lot of dark anxiety thoughts. And they're not always our thoughts. They're the thoughts of the universe, the thoughts of other people around us. It doesn't matter. We have signed up to be the embodiment of these thoughts in a human vessel, because other people can't handle it sometimes. So they need a Pisces to kind of suppress that for them, send them into a dream realm. You know, we do have magical powers as a Pisces. Just by touching somebody, we can just ward off any evil spirits. Now, you got to be careful not to invite those spirits into you. But on a universal level right now, okay, Virgo was the North Node. Virgos are angels, okay? There's a reason why Virgo is so logical and practical and grounded. But let's think about angels for a minute. Angels know about hell and heaven and the devil and God. Virgos know. Virgos are very secretly spiritual people. But they handle everything in their head. Virgos are very mental people. Their mind does not stop going. Now, Virgos are coming up on, you know, it's going to be Leo season. Leo is the sign right before Virgo. And that is the 12th house of Virgo. So when you have a sign before you, it's your subconscious house, or it's your 12th house. That's Aquarius for us. And so there's a lot of planets going into going into Leo, which is Virgo's 12th house. So it's hard to explain, but on the zodiac wheel, whatever Virgo goes through, Pisces goes through in the opposite way. So they're dealing with the 12th house, we're dealing with our 6th house. So Virgos everywhere. We're about to deal with the sun in Leo, the moon in Leo, the North Node in Leo. So the North Node is in Virgo's 12th house, you know, so there's a lot of stuff, and I'm hope some Virgos watch this too, because this is what I figured out, is that the angels are releasing a lot of subconscious darkness right now. Virgos don't even understand it, but Virgos have also been going through a lot of anxiety, depression, darkness. Every Virgo I know is having a tough life. I'm not saying they're all sad. Like, Virgos have a way of just getting through life, but they do it through the mind. And oh my God, I would hate to see the subconscious of Virgo, because they just push through. Like, anything bothering them, they just disregard. They disregard their emotions. And they, you know, what I realized is that all of that comes to the other side of Pisces. So it's even, I'm not trying to dog on Virgo. I love Virgo. I love angels. But you have to take this into consideration of what's happening in the universe. So not even just Virgo, but everyone, everywhere. Since we've been through Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and now Cancer season, before we get to Leo season, there's so much subconscious shit that had to release from people. We've all been miserable. Like, I've been paying attention. Social media has been, like, so sad, and people have, you know, I talk to people and I give people advice, and the vibes have been kind of low lately. Now, the reason why Pisces has been feeling so attacked by the dark side, there's tons of things I've mentioned, but the main thing that I think is that it's the subconscious demons. So someone down the street right now is subconsciously thinking about some dark shit, and they push it. So you know that moment where you push something out of your mind and then you're not thinking about it anymore? Well, it goes somewhere. And our universe has a subconscious house, which is Pisces. Now, I guess we're just strong enough to deal with it, but lately we've been falling down. I know my Pisces, including me, have been really, really down and out. And it's almost like we're trying to keep our head above water, but it's just rising, 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 and we're about to drown. A fish, how are we going to drown? You know, like if a fish feels like it can't breathe underwater, you're smothering it. There's too much coming in. There's too much energy. So this is what I want to close this video with, Pisces. We have to wake up and realize that just because other people don't understand us does not mean we're alone or misunderstood. Go find someone who does understand you. Hit Pisces Priestess up, because I understand Pisces energy. I understand everybody's energy. I understand everything. That's how Pisces are. We just get it. When people hurt us, we know why you hurt us, so it's okay. You know, we're just really forgiving people. You know how it is, guys. But the sooner we realize this, as soon as it clicks, like, like, you just have to take a moment and just realize what's going on here. And it's not that we can change it, right? Because the universe, like, I'm not trying to say we have control over this, but what we do have control over is how we let energy affect us. We need to be meditating more. We need to be listening to better, like, beautiful music, candles. Like, my environment has been so shitty. And that has been bringing me down too. So where are you guys? Are we around water enough? Have we taken baths enough? We love that peaceful stuff. It's a reflection of who we are. And it kind of takes the energy away from us, all the negative energy. So that's what we need to do, guys. We need to write more. Even if we're so depressed and we don't feel like it matters, it does matter. We just have to break through this, and we're running out of time. Before the North Node in Leo, and I'm going to try to get this video uploaded as soon as I can. I'll drive somewhere with Wi-Fi and get this video out there, because I believe this message was important. I do. So Pisces, we are in control of the subconscious realm. We dream. We can astral body project. We are the dream queens. We rule everybody's subconscious. That's why even when you break up with your exes, they cannot stop thinking about you. It's not our fault. We're just the subconscious people. We're just like the subconscious queens and stuff, kings. So just embrace that. Know that you are the subconscious of the entire universe. So people's negative thoughts, if you're not keeping track of it, if you don't realize this and speak this, and because since I've realized this, you guys, I felt lighter. It's like it just dawned on me, like, wow. And it is because of a lot of what Virgo is going through. Virgo has no choice. They are angels. They go through so many battles, and they do it all differently than Pisces. You know, they hold it in, and it's a mental thing. And at least we are spiritual, so we have some type of understanding. Imagine Virgo, who is trying to logically make sense of all the shit they can feel, you know? It's tough. But now they have all this 12th house energy, and we have all this 6th house energy. Virgo is the 6th house. Pisces is the 12th house. That's why we're opposites. So we have Leo is our 6th house. If you count Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, it's the 6th house. So we're going to have all types of energy there. The North Node is there. The Moon's going to be there. The Sun's going to be there. Mars is going to be there. Mercury's going to be there. Eventually Venus. Just hold tight, guys. All this energy is going to pass, and it's going to go into Virgo, which is, you know, it can be different. It'll be different energy. It'll be our 7th house. That's when relationships will come in, and all of that energy. Tons of stuff going on in the universe, guys, and you're not crazy. The reason why you've been feeling so heavy and sad and lost and alone is because of the energy in the universe. So get to a place alone. Find your solitude, whatever it is out there that you do creatively, whatever, because Pisces are so vast. They're so broad, you know, like, who knows what all you guys are doing out there. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, just make sure that you're diving into your creative self and that you're releasing this energy all the time. Like, even if you just get a second before you go to sleep, just pray and cover yourself in light and get yourself closer to the universe, because the dark side has been working through, like, what the subconscious signifies what we don't know and what we're not aware of. It's what we hide in the darkest rooms of our mind. It's what we don't want to think about anymore. We put so much into our subconscious because it's the way we cope. But us Pisces feel the heaviness of that, and we feel the negativeness of that, because I highly doubt that anything good is in the subconscious. Why would we want to hide anything good or positive? It's the thoughts that we're ashamed of, right? And even us, even Pisces have a subconscious, but we release our subconscious because we're the 12th house, so it doesn't hurt us like it hurts everybody else. So as long as we are aware of that now, that people's subconscious thoughts, and if you know a Virgo, hug them, talk to them, try to get the energy on a more positive level, because not everybody is so spiritual like this. So they're not going to understand how Virgo's going through 12th house stuff and how Pisces is going through 6th house stuff. And what I will mention is that Virgo is suffering because of us too. Because we have not been very good to ourselves health-wise. Health-wise, it's healthy for us to be spiritual, and it's healthy for us to write and release, and I know we haven't been doing that as much as we would like to, because things have been really heavy in the universe, so we just get kind of bogged down. I've been sleeping all the time, 12 to 14 hours. I've just been withdrawing and trying to escape like Pisces do, but that's where the devil's coming in. He wants Pisces to feel this way. He wants us to try to escape. He doesn't want us to realize our power and realize what's going on in the universe, because Pisces are getting used right now by the dark side. That's why a lot of Pisces everywhere have been snapping and getting angry. It's because we think this collective subconscious is our mind. But we have to be able to decipher between what we think and feel and what other people are trying to make us think and feel, or what we think and feel based off of other people. Does that make sense? I really hope this has made sense, guys. These are my feelings on it. And this is what I've realized for myself over the past few days. In realizing this, I'm not saying that it'll be perfect, but I feel like a lot of power I subconsciously realized this. So it kind of counteracted with all that. There was so much, and I plan to meditate and clear my subconscious out, because we don't notice it because we're just Pisces, but it's time for us to notice what our pain is and what other people's pain is. We're beautiful people, Pisces. We're beautiful people. We symbolize infinity. We symbolize wholeness and oneness. So us, most importantly, cannot fall off the bat right now. The devil has been doing very good at making us feel like God isn't here and making us feel like the universe isn't on our side, but it's a lie. And God needs us and our power just like we need him more than ever now. So I really hope this video has helped people, and it has made some type of sense, because this isn't just about Pisces, it's mainly, but it's about opposites and how we need to wake up and realize what our opposite symbolizes for us, because we're so human. Pisces aren't really human, but we get so caught up in this physical world that us Pisces can sometimes feel like the world we sense isn't real. But wait until we all die, Pisces. Wait until everyone's dead. They're going to look at us like, wow, I never knew that you were, the universe in disguise. I never knew that what you were seeing and dreaming and feeling and picking up on was real, Pisces. I'm sorry. We will be getting a lot of apologies. And we might owe some people apologies too. But don't worry, Pisces. What you see and what you pick up on is realer than reality. What is that Tupac said? He's a Gemini. But Geminis be speaking that truth. He said that reality is a dream. Your dreams are reality. Something like that. And seeing stuff like that really makes me feel better. So, okay, little fishy friends, and all of the other zodiac signs that felt drawn to watch this video. Maybe you're dating a Pisces or have a Pisces mom. But hopefully this can shed some light on why we've been feeling the way that we have. If you know a Pisces, if you're watching this video, you've been going through problems with a Pisces, try to do your best to make them feel less misunderstood. All we need is someone who can intellectually conversate with us without personally attaching themselves to our emotions. We already feel like our emotions don't belong to us. We can't feel the way we feel without feeling bad for it because of what other people will be able to feel because of that. So if you know a Pisces, just try to lighten them up, because Pisces are important to the whole zodiac wheel, and if we give up, then nothing will be whole. So this is about us all coming together on the zodiac wheel as human beings and as constellations and as energy sources, right? We all have conscious, we all have a subconscious, we all have energy. So the sooner that we take responsibility for our thoughts, our energy, our vibrations, then the sooner demons and dark energies will not be able to discriminate and basically just pimp us out. We have to take control of our own energy, and we have to own up to what we represent on the zodiac wheel. All right, guys. I think I got the message out there. I really hope this was helpful. I'm a Pisces. I just freestyled. I don't know. These are my thoughts, though, guys. And I will be recording other videos about other topics, but this was one I had to do today. I wish you all the best, all zodiac. Everyone who watches this video is blessed. Everyone who watches this video is blessed. All positive energy.